We are now crossing live to Das Becksbarrel, where Blair McTague is standing by with Jimmy Jimnaps. Blair, must be an extremely disappointing evening for you. Your chance to get your hands on the first piece of silverware as manager of German Beershot. And tonight you've come up against a team who many picked to be title contenders this year, struggled in the league. Did you expect that tonight?
Not at all. But we also didn't expect the way Odense Boldklub came out to play. Without trying to comment too much, there obviously must have been a bit harsh words since we thumped them the last time 5-0 in the league, and we thought it'd be best a wee bit squad rotational system. But no, some of the players getting pushed off the ball, some horrendous refereeing, and an absolute shocking display by Odense Boldklub just trying to kick our lads off the park.
Do you think, you obviously feel strongly about that, Blair, do you feel that Igor Kruger's perhaps sent his men out to try and, take away from the flair element of the game?
Well, I mean, what else can we do? Our players aren't wanting to get themselves injured, and there still is an element of disappointment in our players from myself because they were lacking that, putting their foot in for the challenges, but I can see the guys' points as well. We're not wanting broken legs here, there, and everywhere. Some horrendous challenges down the left hand side. Frank Ribery almost got crunched so many times. Very, very. Very disappointing. And I do think it's the only way they can beat us. We thumped them 5-0 at the start of the season. So I imagine that's exactly the tactic they've opted to come out. Okay, it's worked, but we've picked up a few knocks. Had to make some substitutions, and I'm not happy at all about this, and the refereeing decisions for not giving some of them and for not seeing one red card, let alone maybe 3 or 4 for the other team.
Surely people will say though, Blair, if there was hard tactics, perhaps a 1-0, 2-0 win at most. They've managed to beat you 4-0 tonight. It did look quite convincing. As far as they did stop you getting chances, and they were clinical with theirs.
Well, of course they stopped us getting chances. They stopped us as soon as the ball hit our feet by taking more than the ball when they came to challenge us. Like I said, we would have had plenty of chances if the referee had his whistle in his mouth at the right time. 4-0, okay, fair enough. It does seem like a trouncing. We had to go for it. They scored a very good second goal. I'm taking nothing away from them, the boys like that. Just so disappointed. We had to push everybody forward. And we lost a couple of late goals, but again, felt that if the game had been played fairly, then we wouldn't have had to do that.
Well, you rested a couple of players tonight. We looked at the strength and the depth of your squad. We saw, of course, Oatshill and Hulk starting today. Karim Benzema, he lined up against you today. Is he a player you wish you could have played tonight in your squad rotation?
No, not at all. We felt at the time it was best for Karim to leave the club for ourselves and for him. Brought in a little bit of money which gave us the funds to buy certain players at that time, and to see Karim playing first team football is nice because I don't think any players really left on bad terms as of yet. So it's nice to see him play first team football, but not in the manner that his team's playing at the moment.
What do you see for the Odense Boldklub, this season after that?
Personally, I hope they go down. I hope. I really
pretty strong feelings there.
Well, yeah. They're. I don't like that style of football, and to be honest, we'll be adopting a new tactic maybe come when we play them later on in the league.
Is it just finally? Is it something that you can see a trend in the league at the moment? We've seen it in other leagues in the past. Perhaps the teams who are struggling or positioned below, the top boys, they're getting a bit rougher with it in the games. We've seen a lot of interviews with other teams' managers who have reflected your opinions that you've got tonight. Well,
I would say so. I can't recall if it was Odense in the last game against Odd in the quarterfinals. I can remember manager David had a couple of harsh words to say again, and they've obviously felt that tactic's adopted for them. And until referees start, let's just say, getting things right, or possibly just calling what they see rather than getting scared, then they're going to keep doing it, and until that happens, then
why stop? I suppose.
Exactly.
That's how they'll see it. Okay, well, you are top of the league. How are you going to go into training this week?
we need to go and concentrate in the next game. We've got two very tough games coming up. We've got to remember that we are still in two cups, but just got to say to the lads, let's shake it off and let's go for the other two. We'd love to win the league, but like I said, this week this week we play Almanacan and next week we play Odd, which some people have been tipping again as the biggest game of the season. I would say it's a fairly big game as well. So we're looking to just forget about that completely. I know the lads. I mean, we're going to have a few boys in the physio tables tomorrow morning, and then hopefully we can just forget about that. Come the weekend, we can come out with a nice win against Almanacan.
Well, Almanacan are hardly renowned for their hard tactics, so I'm sure that'll be a game that you'll enjoy playing in.
Yeah, hope so.
All right, Blair. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thanks.